Falcons. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Ryan. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Wilson. He's got Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 53 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
From the 22, Ryan, and he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Now Gino. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
There's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on first and 10. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back, because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Hey, Steve, sit.
Now Ryan on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jack Crawford breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He lets it, and that's caught inside the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Carson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
I think that's a big-time play there, because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake.
Let's go.
Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Ryan now to throw on third down. And he's got some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there. Right from the
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 63 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Now it's Wilson. It's caught, block it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Wilson.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jack Crawford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing is Wilson, escaping the fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And Pete Carroll throwing down near the goal line and it not turning out well. I think we've seen that before.
Feels like a flashback, doesn't it? You go back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, and everybody expected them to run the ball, and they didn't throw it. Crucial interception that ended the game essentially for them. I think everyone thinks they're going to run it every single time now. That's just not going to be the case.
Here it's a costly fumble. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Hardy, 97 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. This is Carson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's going to keep it here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
22 yards there, a first down. On first down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 48-yard
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Wilson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. A good sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Good.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson buying time to his left. He'll find Metcalf. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Come on.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Here's Wilson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Smith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Brandon, at least there's one Right side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
First down, Falcons.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Ryan. And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Get off the field. Still got 4 down, 4 down.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Mike, check, 59.
Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Wilson going to throw again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.